Hi guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. I am starting one, guys. I thought this might be a good one to start with. It's a ghost town adventure, so maybe by the time I get it done, it'll be October. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be one of the ones that tries to salvage the tape. It doesn't seem to want to come off in one piece. As you can see, I've already torn it. I don't know. There's probably a way to get this off all in one piece, because I think I've seen some videos in passing where people save the tape. Anyway, not the point. Okay, so I have a different kind of haul for you today. My other hauls have been like build up from certain locations. Now I'm down to the point where I go out shopping and I might go to multiple places and get a few things from each place. So I've got a little bit of retail, a little bit of thrift store, a little bit of flea market, like that. We will start with the yard sale that I went to. And I will show you some things that I got, like this. This reminded me of the handyman journal that Cherie over at Turquoise Dreaming made. And I thought I could do the same thing with a sewing book. Look at this, guys. How much fun would this be? Maybe it'll be a combo quilting sewing book, because I have those quilting pages and I won't use them all in the quilting journal. I was looking for a copyright on this, but it's a, here we go, 1970 is the later of the two copyrights. It's a 6170. So yeah, I mean, look at all these great pages. It gives you definitions of different fabrics, how to do all kinds of stuff, lace, shifts. Oh, the dress, shifts. Huh. Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing book as far as learning how to do, learning how to sew. Who knows? Maybe I'll learn how to sew from it too. I don't know. There's one in here on patterns. So anyway, I thought it would be fun to do one of those kind of retro sewing journals with the rings instead of, you know, a traditional sewn signature book. This is 5 rings. So I'll have to get, I'll use one of the pages more than likely out of here as a template, or maybe this plastic piece, and lay it over the pages as I punch them. That's usually how I do that, just because I don't know where to get a 5-hole punch. But anyway, so yeah, I got that for $1 at a yard sale. And then I got, look guys, another cookbook. This was 25 cents. So the yard sales, when they're trying to get rid of stuff, it's really nice because that stuff's cheap. I'm always jealous. You guys, I watch the haul videos on YouTube and you guys go places that sell you stuff at great prices. And I'm always like, why can't I find it that cheap? So anyway, when I went to this yard sale and I saw this book for 25 cents, I was excited. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it because it's 25 cents. It's 1970, copyright 1973, 1977, and then 12th printing 1979. So we're from 70s still, just barely. But it looks like it got wet, or maybe it's well used. Maybe it got damaged in a kitchen. You know what they say about well-used cookbooks, right? So yeah, there's lots of pages in here that I can put into a cookbook journal. And I think I have an old, you know, that bound sewing book I just showed you. I think I have an old bound Better Homes and Gardens cookbook upstairs. That would be a declutter, guys, because that would be in my house that I own. More napkins, but this one was 25 cents and this one was 50 cents. I'm not really sure who's doing the pricing at this yard sale, but there you have it. I got some Thanksgiving napkins and some Christmas napkins, just because if I do journals for those things, it'll be nice to have some altered cards to put in them. So yeah, I got those. Let's see. I got these little books. These were 10 cents a piece. They have number. Can you see it's got that stamped number on it. In the back, there's some pages that look like ledger pages. And as you can see, this is very aged yellowed paper. And then in between, it's got, so like the white, I guess it was supposed to have copy paper in it, maybe? Like that. And then there's a bunch of blank ones. So there's a white and a yellow blank, and then another white and yellow blank on up. They all have the same 2 numbers on them. So it's 3951 and 3952. I have no idea what this pad is. But I thought the aged paper and the little ledger pages at the back were fun. This one has no ledger pages at the back. But again, it was... oh, wait. One of them's written on, though. J.C. Penney. Somebody's keeping track of stuff they want in the catalog. The old J.C. Penney catalog. Did you guys ever flip that through those big, thick catalogs that you used to get when you were a kid looking for Christmas presents? Make your list to Santa. Ooh, I think there's still a carbon... Look, there's still a carbon sheet in this one. I didn't see that. I think it's the only one. An unused carbon sheet. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen a carbon sheet? I mean, we just print multiple copies of stuff now. These are faded. Can you see where that's faded out? It used to have lines on it. I wonder how much of this paper is faded out. Like the lines just faded off. Because you can see it's fading. It's starting to fade on this side on this one. So I'm wondering how much. But anyway, it looked really old. It's a good size for folding multiple times or making pockets out of. And they were 10 cents a piece. So I figured, what the heck. These are shelf liner papers. And again, I don't know who's doing the pricing. These 2 were 25 cents and this one was 50 cents. I'm assuming they assumed that since this one opened, it was used. I bought these 2 have the same edge. I don't know if you can tell that with this one being wrapped. But this one being in its plastic hasn't aged. Whereas this one, you know, has the color. It has aged. But I thought this paper lace border was really neat. So, you know, I can use that for all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so I have those. And then this one had a different border on it. And some of these look aged, like they might, and even stained, like they might have actually been on a shelf. And then they took them off and stuck them back in this bag to save for later use, I guess. I don't know. Because the bag is actually open. But anyway, this one had a different edge on it. The flowers. So I thought they were cute. And so I got those. And then I got these because it's an unopened package and they were selling this for 10 cents. Pink doilies. I don't know how many there are of each one, but there's 4 different sizes here. And they all have different lace patterns on them. So I thought they were kind of cool. And they sold this pack for 10 cents. Oh, and then I got these. These look really old. These were 25 cents. And they're 2 from postage labels. Yeah. It's not opened and it says 30. And look, 30 for 25 cents. And they sold it to me for 25 cents. So technically full price. Although I don't know when that was full price. Because, of course, they don't date these. But, yeah. And they look aged. They're kind of a manila-ish aged color. So I thought those would make neat journaling cards or something. Okay. And then I got a few more doilies, guys. I can't help it. Oh, this one's got to be washed, definitely. Well, I mean, it all has to be washed, but you see something got spilled on it. Anyway, I thought this flower was really cute. Oh, when I watched Stephanie over at Coffee Paper Scissors do her first haul video, and she actually on camera cut a doily apart. So remember before I was asking, you know, I wonder if you can cut them apart without them. And I'm with her. I think there's linking rings or something in these. So like if you cut it in just the right spot, it won't come apart. So, but I also know that when you're crocheting, it's all one piece of yarn. So I don't know. But if you do take it apart and then glue it to something real quick, it shouldn't come apart, right? But anyway, I thought the flower was pretty, and it would be fun to take the flower out and then embellish it and make, you know, a cluster or something out of it. And then you'd have all this stuff around the edges. I'd have to clean it. But 25 cents, guys. Even my lady I see at the flea market, her lowest price on doilies is $1. So 25 cents. And then the people next door, there was next door neighbors having their yard sale. And that's actually the next door neighbors where I got these is where I got the cookbook too. The rest of it came from one house, and then this, I'm sorry, the sewing binder and these came from the other house. This whole stack was $1. And I bought it. I mean, this is really cute. I think they're crocheted pot holders, but I bought it for these. Guys, look at these. And look, they're, I mean, you couldn't really use it as a pocket because it would make the dress be upside down, but look at them. I mean, how cute are those? I loved these. I saw that. I was like, I can't believe she's selling the whole stack for, look at the little dresses. Are they not adorable? And then here's a little pair of, I didn't see these. This looks like a little pair of pants. I mean, check that out. Little pair of pants. And then this. I would never put this on a baby's head. It's not soft yarn. It's kind of that scratchy yarn, but it's a bonnet. Look at that. Can you see? I don't know how I would hold it to show you, but it's a bonnet. And then it's got the little ribbons. And it's, you know, woven through there. So if I really wanted to, I could weave some more ribbon through there and accent it and make it. I don't know what I'll use this for, but it was in the stack and I loved the dresses and the whole stack was $1. So I ended up with the baby bonnet and the pants. But the dresses is what I bought it for. I mean, they are, I just, they're just so cute. So those will definitely end up in journals. I just have to figure out how to use them. I love the fact that they have, I mean, that they're open. They're 2 pieces. I almost wonder if I could take them apart and get 2 dresses out of them. But it looks like if I did that, like up here, the seam at the top that connects them, the whole thing would unravel. So more than likely not. But I mean, oh, they're just so cute. So those were $1. So this was all my yard sale finds. It was that time of the week again. So I went to my lady over at the flea market. So let's check into what, well, I went to a couple people at the flea market. I got some kind of cool stuff. So I got this. He sold this game to me for $1. Look at that. How much fun will that be? I'm going to cut this into bookboard and make some like game journals. I think game journals would be fun. You can put cards in them. You can put, look, there's sheets. Some of them even are written on. Actually, there's quite a few written on ones. But there's a whole pad of blank ones too. And I can use these not just in the gaming journal, but I can use these in other places too. Okay, so there's the sheets. There's the pieces and the dice are still in here. The rule book is in here. Let's see if there's a copy. This is 1971, guys. So the rule book. There's this money. Look at that. That's awesome. This will be great to just stick in pockets. And these too. So like there's experience card, opportunity knocks. So may move 1 square in place of throwing the die or dice on any move. So you could, you know, make the choice not to roll the dice. Opportunity to enter the field of ecology. Meet normal requirements, may save or sell. Interesting. So yeah, I can tuck these into these little tickets these little cards make great ephemera for pockets, especially small pockets. Because I find that I get small pockets and I don't have anything to tuck in them because the pocket is so small, and either what I try to put in there is too small or everything else is too big. So these will be good for tucking into small pockets. But I just thought this was, for $1, I was like, well, this could be the base for a game journal. So I got that. See where we are on time, just because this is gonna, like I said, this is gonna be a combination, guys. So and then the same guy who sold me the games sold me these. These were also $1. So they're coasters. They're not punched out, so like they come out of the little, like that. I just thought the birds were pretty. So there's those, and those, and those. And all 3 of them were, he sold me the stack for $1. He's kind of a, I don't want to say he's like one price for everything, but a lot of stuff is $1. He also sold me this for $1. He was selling postcards for like 25 cents, but this one flips out. And they're double-sided. So, yeah, it's a whole string of postcards from, wait, let me see. I think it was St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm trying to get it folded back up. Oh, I missed. Like that, and then it tucks in here like this. It's called a souvenir folder, and I don't see a year on it. But, I mean, based on the way people are dressed, it's not new. I suppose if there's something in here that says something about the population, you could probably look for when the population was that number, but I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see a year. I find it funny that this is for St. Petersburg, Florida, and it says it was printed in Boston, Massachusetts. That's fun. But anyway, yeah, so I thought these were neat. They're more illustrations than photographs, so I think they're really neat, and they're double-sided, so kind of just stick them in a pocket, maybe sew some lace or put a tab or something on them, and just stick them in a pocket as ephemera. I thought it would be fun to take this idea and make one of these. Maybe not as long, but yeah, I mean, they basically made a little folio here. So that's fun. So maybe I'll template it and do the same. You guys keep seeing me flash across the camera with stuff in my hands. Let me see. Okay, and then he had this box. All right, guys, this was kind of exciting, I think. First of all, there's this old coin envelope. Portrait charms. This is a whole box of these. Can you see those? So you're supposed to put a picture in here, and then it's a charm. He was going to sell them for 50 cents a piece. He didn't even know what they were. Look, they even have little plastic, or I don't know, a little top. He didn't know what they were, and I told him what they were, and then he said, well, how about 50 cents a piece or $5 for the whole box? There's way more than 10 in here. I mean, and there's lots of little pictures. So somebody has used a bunch of them. Now, I can keep the little kid pictures in there, or I can use a craft knife and pop them out and then put whatever I want. My girls have done UV resin, and I thought it would be kind of cool to put like something in here and then fill it with resin and stick it under a UV light and make little charms. That was my thought when I saw all these. I mean, there's a ton of them in here. I can make a ton of charms. This one looks like a little keychain. It's got 2 pictures in it. This is just already a charm. There's a pair of earrings in here. I mean, I don't even know that he went through the box before he just... This one is a revolving. So, like, it turns. But same kind of deal. Although I don't know if I could fill this with UV resin because the wall that would hold the resin is got holes in it. Can you see? It's... I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's kind of small. And even though I've upgraded my camera, it's still not great. But anyway, so yeah, and then there's these bow ones that have little charms hanging off. And again, and then these little glass covers. I don't know what I'll use those for. If I fill these with UV resin, I won't need the glass cover, so I don't know what I'll use them for. But, and then there's little loose pictures in there. So, yeah, and then, like I said, there's a whole bag of these round ones. There's round ones and rectangular ones. There's even some heart-shaped ones in here. Oh, the bag's open. Let me get one of these. So I've got this shape, and this shape, and this frame is different than that frame. And I've got round ones with different borders, like that round one is different than this round one. So you know, tons of possibilities. I thought these would be fun to hang off the ends of ribbons or add to tassels or whatever. And then bonus, I got this little tray. I don't know what I'll use the tray for. And then, like I said, a coin envelope without a flap. So I could glue this into a book. Maybe with the words up, maybe not, but I could glue it into a book as a pocket. A very dingy, old, grungy pocket. Already dingy, old, and grungy. Okay, and then of course I visited Milady. I got one more piece of vinyl, guys. This one's just a placemat. She actually had 2 or 3 of the same one, but I just got the one. I think it goes with that tablecloth I bought from her before. And I thought this was kind of cute to have a small version of it. I showed you the tablecloth on a previous video, but I do have to lay them out because this one I might keep whole. I don't know. I haven't decided. Some of the smaller ones I keep whole, and then others of them just to make them manageable and so that I can do multiple pieces of paper at a time. I've decided to cut them up. I haven't started yet, but I've decided to. And then, sorry, off to the side over here, I'm prepping. I don't know if you've noticed on some of my videos, you get those thumbnails with like a spread of all my stuff. I do that with my camera, so I have to spread everything out and then take the picture when I'm done hauling it. Okay, so from her I also got some more hankies. I love the thin ones. These really, really thin ones. I can't wait to try putting these on a card or something. I might try with a little piece from the back just to see how transparent it gets, especially once it's dry. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? To put on a card. Or, I mean, anything. You don't have to, I don't suppose it has to go on a playing card. I mean, you could alter anything with it. This one I don't think is thin enough, but I thought the fabric was really pretty, so I don't know what I'll do with it. I mean, maybe I could make some pockets out of it, or I don't know. I just thought it was really pretty. This is a scarf, and look at that. I mean, that's really pretty. I like the fall colors. I mean, I guess we're getting ready to start fall, so I was kind of, you know, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's very fall. And then I found this. It's a yellow doily. You know what I was thinking, guys? Sunflower journal. I need some like scrappy pieces of fabric and stuff to stick in it. Actually, journals. And I think this will allow me to have pieces for each of the sunflower journals. So all of them will get pieces of this. All of them are not going to be identical because I don't have the same exact ephemera to put in every single one of them. But they will be very similar. And then I saw this apron. Okay. So this apron is multi-use. It's got transparent yellow fabric that I think will kind of make a card look cool. I wish I had a card out here. I don't have one out here that I can stick underneath of it. But then, and then there's this patch, which is sewn down on all sides. But then there's these pockets. This one's a pocket. And this one's a pocket. And I was honestly going to cut these pockets out and use the pocket itself. So these pockets will go into journals as pockets. I think that's fun to take old pockets off of aprons and with the idea of putting them in a journal. I have to see how well it works because of course you can't get too close to the seam or it'll come apart. And I'm going to have to cut it with pinking shears or something, or maybe I could tear along the edge underneath since I'm gluing it down anyway. And you could even make it a double pocket if you glue, you know, the fabric just at the edges, and you could be pocket here and then a pocket again behind the yellow fabric. But yeah, so when I saw this, I thought and then these strings, sorry, I keep interrupting myself. These strings I thought would be great for a journal binding or to tie something, you know. So I'll take those off of there. So multi-uses for this apron, and I love these vintage aprons when they have the pockets that you can use in a journal somewhere. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm running out of space to stage stuff for my pretty little thing that you guys get to see. For my videos, my thumbnails. Sorry, I'll do staging in a minute. I know, I'm taking up time. All right. Then the next place I went, of course, was, oh, I did get some stuff at Walmart. I got, these were on clearance. So these are like 3 feet by almost 4 feet. Maybe you guys have seen these at Walmart. I got these ones. I've been looking for something to cover the cooking journals with because I cut down the... I keep banging against my floors. I cut the text blocks out of these, and I like this size for a cooking journal. It reminds me of a cookbook, and I wanted something to cover it with because obviously this cover is not a good cookbook cover. And I liked the wine and grapes. I haven't really seen anything, that I liked that screamed, put it on the front of the cookbook. And then I was in Walmart picking something up, and I wandered through the sewing section because I told you guys I've been using my sewing machine. I've been practicing, and I had to get some thread because I don't have any. So I got like a kind of brownish gray, a warm gray, a brown, and a black, I think. Because my sewing machine came pre-threaded with a bobbin on the top and the bottom's worth of white thread. So that's what I've been sewing with. But I really wanted some other colors to sew some stuff with. So yeah, these were on clearance. And when I spotted this one, I was like, I could put that on the front of cooking journals. So there you have it. Okay, then I wandered off to the thrift store. And of course, what did I find? It was half price day at the thrift store, guys. So half price day at the thrift store means these were 99 cents. And so I got Mickey's Christmas Carol to do a Christmas one. This is from 1983. So it's not old, but it's well worn. So whatever child had this book liked it. And it's going to need book corners. Because this book corner, I don't know if it got chewed or what, but the corner of this cover is missing. I did kind of flip through. I've gotten burned on a couple of my books. As a matter of fact, the Pixie and Dixie book that I was going to start with because the tape was already missing is missing its last page. I didn't even notice that until I opened it to try and take it apart. So I'm hoping that I was careful in my viewing of these. This is a Scooby-Doo. There's bats and pirates. I mean, what's not to like? This is, and the pirate treasure. So another place for me to use that pirate fabric I have. But who doesn't love Scooby? I love Scooby-Doo. Mysteries, guys. Remember I told you even as a kid, I liked mysteries. Scooby-Doo was one of my favorite cartoons. Loved it. 1974. So yeah, I never had any Scooby-Doo golden books though. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, cool. So yeah, I bought it, and it's pirate themed, and it's going to be a journal. And then I saw this one. This one's newer also, 1984, but I've never seen this one before, and I liked the art. It's kind of different than a lot of the other ones I've seen. So I thought this would be fun to do a journal. And she's like, there's a ragdoll cat, and it's about a cat, but it's got a lot of like little rag dolls and stuffed animals in it. So I thought it would be fun to decorate with, stuffed animal ephemera, little kid animal ephemera. And I got another copy of this because, I mean, again, my childhood, and it was 99 cents. So this way I can make 2 of these, and maybe I'll sell one, and maybe I'll keep one since I had this book when I was a kid. Who knows? But yeah, so I got those. Little golden books, guys. It's like I'm an addict. I don't know how else to describe it. And this whole thrift, I have so much fun doing these haul videos that I can't help going into thrift stores anymore. I just can't help it. Look, again, half off, so $3. I wanted to buy this. I wasn't really going to buy a bunch of ribbon because I have a bunch of ribbon. But there's a box in here that has tiny buttons in it. And the reason I wanted to buy it is because, well, there's a couple reasons, but the next bags I show you will be a Y. There's also lace in it. This is polyester lace, multicolored floral lace. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see? That's not like a sheet that's like confetti colored. It's actually different colored lace layered on there. So there's that. And there's these owls. They'll be cute for fall. And they're kind of on a burlappy, it's actually more like a gauze or something, but burlap textured. Just some flowers. And then we have this. Ooh, that's kind of cool. It's just a strip of denim. Well, it's lightweight denim, but it's denim. That would be neat in a journal. All right, and then we have, oh look. I think I'm going to use this in a journal. Washable, pre-shrunk, color fast, gross grain ribbon. So it's aged. I think this would make, I don't know, but that's going, ooh, sewing journal, maybe. Okay, and then this ribbon is kind of an orange. I feel like I have enough of this thinner ribbon. Although it fits really good in tag holes, so there is that plus. This is a sheer ribbon. It's kind of a shimmery purple color. What are we getting up to? Oh, we're actually in good shape. And then this is, oh, I thought this was elastic. It's not. It's like a blue, almost like a blue burlap or a blue gauze. It's rough to the touch, but it's like a blue gauze kind of a thing. Okay. Oh, good. Another thing of this corrugated teal ribbon. I wonder if these came from the same person I got the last set from. I have a ton of ribbon now, though, guys. No more ribbon for me. Here's some lavender corrugated. This is almost like taffeta or something. Oh, this is the other half of this. And there's a little bit of brown ribbon on it. Corrugated brown ribbon. I might take that off and use it quick just because this is, I can't even, I guess it's supposed to be basket weave, maybe? Yeah. So it's kind of, it almost feels like paper. It's not paper, it's fabric, but it almost feels like paper. So that, and then this, again, it's kind of burlappy. And then we have this. Oh, fall flower. That's pretty. I actually like that. I wish it wasn't so thin. I actually wish this was a little thicker. But that'll be pretty for fall stuff. And then we have this nice big wide yellow with white polka dots. I don't know. I gotta stay away from those sunflower journals, guys. I feel like that's all I think about. And then there's this. It seems to be sheer in the middle. And then it's got satiny edges. And it's like a cream color. Ooh, look at that. That's very blingy. Kind of shimmers with that opal glitter rainbow. I don't have any idea what I'll use that on. A rock and roll journal, maybe? I don't know. Some peach ribbon. It's just satin peach ribbon. Okay, this sheer dots. It's red. Well, you can see that it's red. And then it's got dots on it. So it's kind of interesting. Who knows? Might find something to use that on. And then we have a little bit of camouflage ribbon. Might use that in the military journal. And then we have this. That looks like reptile skin. Not even gonna lie. That looks like reptile skin. I wonder if it has a name. Finished both sides. Oh yeah, it is. So it's like embossed, but one side's dented in and one side's out, so you could use it either way. And it's got like a Christmas decoration thing around the outside. Like, see the holly? Well, that looks like holly and evergreen and bows. That does not scream Christmas to me. It's slightly orange, so it's like off gold. It's not gold either, so you can't even go for the color. Here's a big old spool of this purple satin ribbon. My ribbon box is over full, guys. Here's cream satin ribbon. Again, I've got to start using some of this stuff. I need to just stay out of thrift stores for a while. Ooh, velvet. I like that. That's really nice. It's like a velvet ribbon. Blue with stitching up the side. That's really nice. I like that. Then we have this. This has got wire in it because it's bent. But it's kind of a brownish burlap with the pink edging. I feel like some of this would be fun to cut pieces off of and then like sew together in some sort of layered fabric clusters, which might be what I end up doing, is making mixed media clusters out of some of this ribbon just to get rid of it because I have so much of it now. Oh, and here's another tube of this lace. Although this reminds me, just because of the colors, this kind of reminds me of that camouflage netting that they use to cover things up so that you can't see them from the air. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that in movies. Maybe it comes from having a husband that was in the military. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of, though. I look at it and I see aerial camouflage. So maybe it'll end up in the military journal as texture and stuff because it's the right colors. So I got that. And then there's this little guy. And some of them have apparently spilled out, which means some of these are open. These are tiny buttons, guys. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I don't know how you hold on to this and still sew it. But can you see? So there's a gray one with white polka dots. There's pink. There's red. There's blue. There's light blue with white polka dots. There's plain gray. There's this reddish one, pinkish one, but it's not, like, these are all shaped like M&Ms. So they're like slightly bumped up in the middle, like, you know what I mean? They're shaped like M&Ms. This has got a dent in it. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it. But look, can you see? So I opened the red one. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Some with dots, some just plain pink. Some of these ones that have the dent, the concave middle. So we got a red box, a black box, a white box. Some of the white ones have black dots, and I got black ones with white dots. A gray box. She seemed to like the gray one. Whoever this was liked the gray ones because there's not a lot in there. A blue box. I know I'm not bringing them all to the camera, but I figured. These are just beads. And then these are, oh, look at these. Little crocheted buttons with a mirror in the middle. There's 3 of them. So, of course, my thought went immediately to small flower centers. I don't know what else I'll use them for, but I'm sure I could find other uses for them. They can be sewn into anything. I mean, you can put them in the center of little clusters and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, the limit is not flower centers, obviously, but I just thought this little box of buttons was kind of cute. I've not got a collection of buttons. I did buy a few at another flea market sale, but yeah, so these ones were really cute. And look, bonus pillbox. Okay. The other thing I did was I've been seeing lots of people comment about getting flowers and taking them apart into their various layers and then relayering them into new flowers, sticking a cool center in them, hence the buttons. And I'll have to go buy bigger buttons because I have some really big flowers here. Let me look at these. And lots of greenery. And making flower cluster things. I even have some fall leaves in this one. I like these ones because they have the kind of ombre, they're dogwood leaves. So they're pink near the outside and they get white as they go toward the center. And then these ones had pink edges and they're smaller. I thought these would be fun tucked inside of one of these. I don't know. The layering possibilities are enormous because there's just so much of it. I mean, look. I got fall, I got spring, I got leaves, got a couple roses. So plenty of stuff to, try my hand at making some flower centers for clusters and stuff like that. These are flower focal points. These were $2.50 for the whole bag. So $2.50, $2.50. I thought that was pretty good for a try at, at making, flower thingies. Yeah, the thumbnail that you guys are going to get on this one is not going to show you everything. Well, none of them ever show you everything, but... And then, guys, look at this. It's a quilted book cover. I'm making a quilting journal. I just have to make sure that whatever cover I choose fits in here. And I'll probably glue it down. I mean, it'll get... I'll actually make this the cover. And I thought that I would add... you know, maybe some stuff to the outside. Although it already has a pocket. Look. How much fun is that? And half off, it was 99 cents. So, I mean, if I'm going to do a quilting journal, it was nice to have a quilted cover for it. Now this ribbon here is coming apart. Look at the little flowers on the end, though. Aren't they cute? For the bookmarks. This ribbon is fraying, or something is on it is fraying. I can't tell. Let's see if I snip this string, if the ribbon is still good. Oh, something is wound around it. So maybe I can clean it up. There we go. Fabric or something is fraying. So got that cleaned up. Oh, sticking to me. Okay, anyway, so I thought that this would make a great quilting journal cover. And I can't decide if I want to add more stuff to it or leave it like it is. Maybe here where they've sewn, you can see where they've sewn the Velcro square on. Maybe add a flower or something. I'm still working on my ability to collage this kind of stuff. But that's a decent sized journal. And I can probably find a book cover around here that'll fit in there. Even if I have to take this apart and use it, because see, like the lining is just sewn in here and here. It's like I could take the lining out of this and then I just have the quilt, and I could take this apart and then glue it to whatever size journal I want, or whatever size journal I have. I don't know if I have a cover this size that fits in here. Actually, let's try this one. Ooh, guys. Look at that. That might do it. What do you think? Quilting journal. Covered. I don't even know. I might put paper on here first. And the only reason I say that is because if I put paper on here first, these can be pockets. I'll just glue them a little more firmly around their edges. Well, around some of the edges. And glue it to the book. Because it's definitely a little big for this. So, I don't know. Maybe I can attach a piece of chipboard to make this slightly longer so that it fits better. But, I mean, because I've got this much. So, like, can you see where I can fold that over? And same thing on this side. I've got about ½ an inch, maybe, of gap. But I thought it would make cool pockets if I can figure out how to make it attached to the book without coming loose. And I can cover the inside with some pretty end paper to go under the pockets, and then maybe I can embellish this some. That's crooked. It's funny. This one's crooked. That one's not. But yeah, I just thought this would be a fun quilting journal cover. Guys, I'm going to keep these together because that might actually be what ends up together on that. So, anyway, let me look. Oh, and one other thing that I did, I went into, I'm running out of spaces to put stuff. I feel like I keep pausing and you guys are just watching me fumble around. So apologies for that. Like I said, I love making these haul videos, but they're very disorganized. So these, I was at Five Below trying to get something for my daughter, and I saw these, and I thought that I could fussy cut till my heart's content. Where's my knife? Great. It's around here somewhere, and I'll stab myself on it. Wait. Oop, found it. I just want to slit this plastic so it tears easier. So I got these. It's a pack of 2 books. And obviously being wrapped, I based it on, look, they're belly banded together. That's too funny. I could cut it apart, turn it the other way, it's white. Anyway, sorry. Again, distraction. I don't know what these look like on the inside, but the covers, if they were anything, and they're probably not, it's probably photographs and I'm going to be upset about it. It is. Oh well. Every once in a while you get something and you think it's one thing and not so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll do something with it. That's pretty. You know, let me show you how to plant. It's a how to garden book. I mean, maybe if I do a gardening journal, I can put, you know, some of this information. There are some illustrations, which are kind of cool. But I did it based on the cover, and I was hoping it was going to be full of this kind of stuff. So I'm a little disappointed in that. And this one's going to be the same thing. It's going to be pictures about growing vegetables. And yeah. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I'll still use it because I bought it, but I'm a little disappointed. Not a great way to end the haul, but I did get lots of great stuff, and I'm really excited about the quilting journal cover. When I saw that was 99 cents, I was ecstatic about it. Maybe I'll even put one of these crochet dresses on it. That would be fun. That would be really cute. So yeah, I'm going to embellish that, and I'm still going to cut these out because I think these little watercolor pictures are really cute. I mean, they're not worth, I wouldn't have paid $2.50 if I knew that was all I was getting out of it, but $2.50 a book. It was $5 because it's Five Below. But I mean, that's pretty. So there are some pretty pictures in here. I'm more into the artistic, like the ones that look like paintings and drawings, than I am into the photographic, I guess. But yeah, so I got that. Oh, I know what I forgot. So one last thing. This was a cartoon history of the United States. This was from that guy that was selling everything for $1. I just thought these were funny. If I do an America journal or something like that, there's some in here that the way he words it and the way you look at it, it's just funny the way he says it. So some of it's funny, some of it not so much. Some of it is, in my opinion, in poor taste, but you know, part of my intention was to make it into a glue book, but some of the stuff I just think would be really funny to put into a journal, like a 4th of July journal, or you know, something like that. There's just some really funny things in here. The way he looks and views the like the very first chapter talks about who found America. You know, it says America was discovered so long ago that no one can remember the details. So it talks about, because it talks about when there was a land bridge and the people crossed the land bridge and then got stuck here when the land bridge sank. So, and that was long ago because that's how we got the American Indians. But I just think that it's funny. Just the way he views things and the comments he makes. So I thought I would cut some of the comics out and stick them in a 4th of July journal because I just think we've elected an amphibian. I don't know what that means. I have to read that. So anyway, yeah, very funny. It was only $1. It's pretty decent size. Even if I tear some of the pages out to use for like a 4th of July journal or something like that, there's still plenty of pages in here for me to glue on. So it might be a combination of material for a journal and a glue book. Because I don't have a glue book, and I really kind of wanted to do one because I have lots of things that I'm interested in that I save on Pinterest and all that kind of stuff that I'm not necessarily going to put into a journal. So, but I might want to print it out and keep it so I can flip through it without turning my computer on. So anyway, yeah, I got that. That was $1. So that's going to be it for this haul, guys. This was a combination haul. So we did some thrift storing, we did some retail, we did some yard sale, and we did some flea market. So got a little bit of everything in here and got some cool stuff, a little bit of disappointing stuff, but mostly cool stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video for Thrifty Thursday. More of them will probably be these combination type. When I buy stuff, it's probably going to be more than one location that I go to and gather stuff up and haul it for you. I really love doing these haul videos because it gives me an excuse to go antique shopping and thrift store shopping and all of that. And I like digging through all the stuff. But if you enjoyed this video and you like watching these hauls, subscribe to my channel, Paper Old and New, and head over to Turquoise Dreaming and check out all the other haulers because they're finding better prices than me. But yeah, you guys, check them out. Oh, lots of great stuff being found. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.